I'm always surprised that more people don't come out and say that they have, because I think it is a huge problem. I think it's something that affects numerous different people in numerous different levels, numerous different backgrounds. I think especially in high-powered jobs, high-pressure situations, different people cope in different ways. And I think we're kind of okay talking about sort of substance abuse, but I think eating disorders are very much the kind of quieter one that sort of goes away unnoticed, because it can be easy to hide, especially things like restrictive eating disorders such as anorexia and to a certain extent bulimia. I think for me, it was something like, it was a subliminal coping mechanism. So I didn't even realise I was anorexic for quite a long time. And I got sort of like stressed, like any kind of teenager. I got exams, I got resits and stuff. And it was a way of controlling the controllables. It was like a little kind of addiction. If I could sort of restrict longer, if I could reduce calories, if I could exercise more, that was something that I could focus on. That was something that I could control when everything else kind of felt kind of a bit out of control in my own life. And being honest, and it sounds sort of selfish, it felt quite nice to have something that could be a little win. And I didn't realise that it was a problem for sort of 7 years, which is what we see, because the narrative is generally that people with anorexia have to be stick thin. It's not about numbers, it's about impact. It took a long time for me to like acknowledge that I did have a problem, because as I say, it started when I was about 17. I didn't really realise that I was anorexic until I was like 20. And then even then I used to sort of hide in plain sight and said, it's a hobby. Like, I didn't see it as a problem. I didn't know that it has the highest mortality rate of any mental illness and all of the comorbidities that go along with it. Unfortunately, anorexia and all eating disorders are a huge problem. And it was only when I developed depression, I couldn't deal with that any longer. And the lovely doctor said to me, like, look, you wouldn't expect your laptop to work if you don't charge it. You can't expect your brain to work if you don't feed it. And that was a real turning point for me, that I thought, yeah, actually, this has led me down a road. And I knew where it was going, but it was the depression that I couldn't cope with. I was very lucky that I kind of sought help through Beat, and Beat have wonderful resources for people out there, like helplines, online chat support. And I also went through 2.5 years of therapy at the South London and Maudsley Hospital, which was absolutely incredible. And they've also got free online resources as well. So I was kind of very lucky that I got incredible treatment with some amazing resources. I kind of want to pass that on to other people. It does take time to get better, but it's all about progress. It's not about being perfect, and perfectionism is something that we tend to see a lot of people with eating disorders. So making those baby steps and talking about it is obviously the first step. If you can find those words, trying to voice it is the first step on the kind of road to recovery.